These fritters are amazing, Vincent, I say as some of it's like falling out of my mouth.
Try the sweet potato.
Mm.
You get the message?
Yep.
Cool. All right. So in the next course, they have mushrooms stuffed with breadcrumbs and spices. For the salad, it's a green salad. And then when you think that you might be winding down, it's the fish course. Grilled sea bass.
That is offensive.
People just look at you. They seem to be using lots of different silverware, whereas you're using the big spoon. And Raslin's like, what do I do? I'll do what he's doing.
I tried to get the fish eyes.
Okay, great. And then the first main course, it's roasted lizard duck. And the governor goes, goose or duck? And the aide goes, duck. The lady who is like being talked to by the general hides under the table. And
all of us.
you guys all go under the table.
Camera, yes, we all went like this.
Yeah, ducking.
All
The
right.
best part is, I was about to say I want to take the message to them, but
You don't have a message. I'm just telling you what you noticed.
oh yeah, what I saw, but yeah.
So what are you going to do? I mean, there's like 3 people sitting between you and each of them.
Type.
So if you turn it on, it makes a
You
big
can't- you
blue
can't
screen
type on the
appear in the
bracelet.
air.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah, the way it works is if you activate it, the type on it, this big like minority report thing is going to open up in front of you. And
Oh,
you can't.
geez.
It's not like a keyboard built into the thing. So it's
No,
something
that'd be
that
a
you wanna
fucking
use.
tiny ass
You wanna-
keyboard.
I know. It's like
You'd want to use that in private.
buttons at once.
Yeah, all the messages would be garbled.
Do you want to try it?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Ack, ack, ack.
He
Ack, ack.
loudly says, ack, 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 ack. Everybody gets quiet and looks at him. He goes, ack, 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 ack. And you guys are like, we don't know what the fuck he's babbling about.
It's an Australian thing.
He's choking, I say. He's choking.
No problem. They immediately get some people over there to help him out, take a card, Ralph. Right, no problem.
Stand back, I know a doctor.
They're going to take him off to see the doctor.
God, I look really purple. Holy crap.
Just give him a good clap on the back there.
No, they take him. No, they like drag him off to go get
okay.
the doctor in.
I like majority of the spoon down my throat.
Well, there you go. So he goes away.
All right, he's in good hands. All right, that was exciting. Let's get back to the tucker, I say to everyone.
No problem. The doctor sees you and he says, your blood is haunted. Drink this. You drink it? He pours medicine out of a bottle and uses your spoon to put in. Right, give me a drug alcohol tolerance roll, please. Or alcohol drug tolerance roll.
Oh, there we go.
Cool. Gosh, you've had a lot of opium. And they bring you back, you're stoned, you're like, I'm mellow. Okay? You're feeling super duper mellow. Like, holy shit. Plus, you're just having weird thoughts coming into your head and whatnot. And the doctor's like, he'll be all right. And they're like,
thank you, doctor.
he's feeling up his face right now. His blood was experiencing a haunting, says the doctor. Yes, doctor, thank you very much. They told the doctor basically to fuck off. So he does. The palate cleanser. Ralph, did you freeze up? Are you still moving? No, you're still moving. Okay.
I'm just motionless.
The palate cleanser comes. It's water with lemon. And then the second main course of herb-encrusted lizard deer medallions. But during the cheese course that follows, yes, this is actually a real meal I went and found online. You guys all hear a distant explosion.
An explosion of flavor?
Take a card.
Food on your stream is booming.
I'm chewing on the cheese.
Okay. And let me
This
do a
could
whisper
be
to
the
Vince.
best
Vince, give me a
cheese
spot
I've
roll at
ever
half.
had.
All right. So the
Interesting.
governor's like, what? General calls over one of it. Oh, the lady who had originally hid under a table, she freaks the fuck out. She's like, she's screaming incoherently. Give me psychology rolls as she goes charging off, trying to like grab her belt.
It's never good when they grab the belt.
She's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
She's handling this.
Yes. And Swade's like menstruating.
So we literally hear an explosion in the distance. Yes.
Mhm.
Do we feel the shock, or is it like far in the distance?
It's pretty far in the distance. The reactions of different people. The governor begins doing this, and he goes, "Am I hit?" "No, sir," says his aide, and he goes, "Good." And his wife is like, "Ooh, fireworks! Should we go to the balcony to watch?" And yeah.
Could I attempt evidence analysis to try to determine what direction or how far the explosion might have been?
Give me a direction sense roll.
All right.
It's not your bank. You look relieved. You're thinking down near. You're thinking down near the beach.
Sounds like they was down near the beach.
D-Day.
The
So I kind of just look around to see how everyone's reacting for a moment or two.
excellent. Give me. What are you doing, Vince?
I get up and I go by Swade.
You have your own stalker now.
try
Swade just glares at you. Everybody's talking to each other, trying to figure out what's going on. You see the military guy summon one of his aides and stuff, and he looks at Rasslin and says, "Wait, did he actually hear this over the hubbub?" He says, "Excuse me, sir, could you go with him?"
He's saying this to
You.
me.
Yep. Sorry, I just assumed if I
He's
pointed at
pointing to who?
one of his like military guys, equivalent grade of like a captain or something like that.
All right, lads. Looks like we got some something to have a Captain Cook at.
I pointed myself. Me? Him?
Yeah.
Him? You?
Yeah,
Me?
you and the drooly one.
You? Him? Me?
No problem. Yeah, you guys get up, and the captain hurries you guys out, and he says, "There you are," and he points at horses, and he gets onto one. He's having his people bring you guys horses and such, so you may valiantly gallop.
So how do you drive this thing?
And he's like, "Ha, ha, I've heard the Australians are funny."
You grab this thing here. You see, like so. Put your feet down here, like so.
This is small primitive land, I believe.
That.
No problem. Swade gets on, goes, just gallops off with the captain. What are you guys doing?
Well, I was waiting for the captain to move because usually if one horse goes, the other ones might follow. I was just kind of waiting to see what would happen.
Give me a roll at a +10. Yes, you know horses. They like to go with each other.
Oh,
Let's see, at a +10, no.
Yeah. All right. And your guys' horses just stand there. looking at each other like, I don't want to go outside.
Where's the keys?
Oh, mine and Vincent's.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
yeah.
there's for the new models.
I give it a little kick and a giddy up.
The captain looks at Swade and goes, "So I was told you know where the explosion happened. Which direction?
Follow me.
Do you actually know? Did you make your direction sense?
And I'm frightened.
Pardon? Oh.
Saying, follow me.
Right. Pick a number between 1 and 8. Roll a d8 and try to get the number you just picked to be correct. As you
All right.
choose literally the entire compass.
All right, we're gonna go for 7.
7 it is. 7 is the lucky number. Lucky 7. This will be fucking hysterical if he actually pulls it off. Now,
Ooh.
okay. And let's see, that will put you at about... Got it. You begin riding north through the forests and whatnot. This guy following along, he's got a couple other guards with him and whatnot. And then the camera does the speed pan back and it just shows you two sitting on horses. And the groom comes and he goes, "Do you want different horses?"
Well, say, I forget what we were doing out here, I say.
"Oh, I don't know. I was told to have a lot of horses ready. The military guys were going to go somewhere. Did you want different horses, sir?"
Yeah, I think these horses are broken.
All
These are
right.
broken. I didn't see the back.
He leads off the horses and somebody else brings in 2 new ones. "There you are, sir."
There we go.
I eye them suspiciously.
They look like they're the kind of things that if you get close to them, they'll try to step on your foot to break it.
Watch your feet, lads.
Don't worry. I've given you a couple with good pep.
Oh, shit.
It's all up to Rassel and Rad, too. No. Too much pep, you think, as your horse careens around. Right, Vince, your horse is following Rassel and Rad. Rassel and Rad, roll a d8, because I know the number that you'd like to go to, and I know the number Ralph went to. So if you get a 4 or 7, it is significant.
D8.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you've chosen your own direction to go as you gallop through the town.
I make a right. I know a shortcut.
No problem. The horse doesn't seem to be responding to any of your commands at all, and it's just kind of going where it wants to go. Eventually, after a wild ride of galloping through town and such, you end up...
Find the explosion, boy. Find the explosion, boy.
It ends up hopping a fence and into a big corral, and... Oh no, there's another horse in here. Yes. Do you want to give me a jump roll to dismount as your horse is getting ready to mount?
Yeah.
Oh, what kind of roll you need here?
Jump or acrobatics if you want to do it with a lot of flair.
Don't fumble.
Yeah, fumble would be bad. Fumble would be very, very bad right now as you're caught
And
in
weird.
between. Now, you've decided that your feet are tangled in the stirrups, so you are literally sitting on your horse as your horse is attempting to become romantically involved with another horse.
Your
Meanwhile,
third wheel.
I look back. Gotta make a quick pit stop.
Vince, give me an animal handling horse roll. Just curious as to where this is going. Let me see what. All right, and give me a luck roll.
No.
You have no idea how to control this thing or why you got on it in the first place.
Where are the keys?
Your horse seems interested in just watching.
Where are the keys?
Right, Vince is just sitting on his horse screaming at you as your horse is doing its thing.
What's that? Hurry up, please. Hurry up, he says.
No, we need more cheese.
I ate all the cheese.
There's none for the bees.
I
Right,
see.
Swade, you go deep into the fucking dark forest, and he's like,
Must have been a diversion.
Give me a fast talk roll. That's fucking beautiful. I'm getting take a card and give me a fast talk roll. My God, they're evil, he says.
It's a good thing I got fast time plus 200%.
You should get an
Okay.
extra card for making another player spit his drink.
I'm just choking on the spoon.
And here we give a roll now.
He's taking stunt damage.
Here
Yeah,
we
Vince
go.
almost made me choke on my coffee earlier. I forget what he said right as I was taking a drink.
173
I have
here.
that effect on people.
Yes! Those devious bastards, I say.
My God, does their evil know no bounds? Back to town, quickly! It's a diversion! Your horse just fucking goes after him like, yeah, because it's into the whole like running around doing things. It's, you know, and they go charging through town and yelling at people. And let's see. Right. Jay, give me a luck roll. Right. The horses are galloping by, and your horse decides, I want to go with them. It's finished up, and then it just gallops off to rejoin them. Vince, give me a luck roll. Apparently, you've rejoined the herd now.
Success.
Nobody seems to know where they're going, Jay, but his horse, all your horses
Oh,
are together again.
Okay.
And
So this was Suede and the military dude.
it's several military guys. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
they were galloping by and yelling something about diversion or whatever. And like you hear the leader yelling, "Where is it? Where?
That way.
What? Which way?"
Yes.
Right.
So
they
sense roll. I'm like, just,
yeah. Eventually, you guys get to the remains of the water desalination plant. A very forlorn, broken Australian flag flies kind of there. And it looks as though somebody blew it up. Give me simple people take your horses and you guys get off them and do the I'm walking funny because I've never ridden a horse before. And give me evidence analysis rolls to figure out what happened here. This
or
place
somebody
is,
blew that.
By quarter.
your guess is somebody like carried up a couple barrels of gunpowder, probably packed with shrapnel, and set them down, lit them, and probably ran off. But so many people are here now that they've managed to completely get rid of any other kind of clues. Because these are the kind of people that if there was a bunch of like blackened fingerprints on it, they would like be sure to wipe it off because they can't show that kind of messiness in front of the military guys.
Rad, Suede, come over here for a second. I kind of like walk off where you can't be so easily listened to.
You guys go a long way. They're going a long way off, Jay, because there's a lot of people clustered in here. The military guy's like, "Good work," he tells you. "Yes, we were distracted, but now we have become triumphant. Yes, we will have to figure out who did this." And one of the air soldiers like, "Everybody knows who did it, sir. No, we shan't have that sort of talk. We don't know for sure it was them." And meanwhile, he tells Suede,
During the dinner, the ambassador kept on checking her watch, her pocket watch, and then she stopped looking at it for a bit. Then the explosion went off, so I'm pretty sure she timed it. Whatever happened, she's definitely a key part in the explosion.
So what's your evidence?
Well, nothing yet. That's why I didn't want to say it in front of everybody.
Maybe she was just getting an itch and she was waiting for the party to be over to see Raslin. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, you think she likes me?
Do make a fair point.
All right, so let's head back to the explosion. Like he took us off. Where are we around? Can I find a stick or a twig?
There's one.
All right, I head up to the general.
Okay. Well, General's not here. The captain's here.
Captain? What do you make out of this?
Right.
It looks like Elvin, I say.
He stops and gives you a very strange look, and he says, Elvin.
Sabotage, I say.
Elvin. Sabotage.
Perhaps I'm wrong. I toss it to the side and I look hurt.
He says, well,
Who else would bring a stick to a sabotage, I say? Else.
They do like the nature, don't they?
I see.
Bunch of tree haggers.
Maybe he should go talk to Humphalumph. What was his name?
Hufflepuff?
I'll see what we can do to handle it, but I appreciate having the backing of the Australians. I have been told that they are mighty warriors. Empathy rolls as he kind of goes, what he left unsaid that Swade doesn't know is maybe not the greatest thinkers, but definitely good fighters. You're thinking that your involvement in the investigation part is probably at an end.
Good.
Yeah. But fortunately, you're guessing that by now the dinner will have broken up as well, so. Which
Don't worry,
means
Captain. We will send you a bill for the repairs, I say.
he goes,
That's our weapon.
And our time.
Yes.
he just shrugs. It's above his pay grade. He goes, have a nice night.
I feel reasonably sure that this area is secure now.
We'll put some people on it. I'm not sure how we'll get through with less water.
It would have been nice if you would have protected this before it was destroyed. Oh, look, a piece of driftwood. I'll go protect that now before it was a boat. Yes, I'm taunting him, Logan. I am taunting him.
He just looks at you like, Right. Yeah, they go back to doing their thing and ignoring you guys.
Well, that was exciting.
Yeah, and that ends the party part. So eventually you guys, unless you want to go somewhere else, can end up probably on foot because the horses are fucking completely uncontrollable. Back at the Australian embassy, which is probably a half an hour fucking walk, but you know, it's a fairly peaceful town. Nobody attacks you or anything crazy like that.
Nobody would.
So yeah, you make it back to the Australian embassy. Oh, what a lovely tea party!
So yeah, there's got to be an after party somewhere.
Not for us.
No, the guards tell you at the fortress gate, they tell you the party is over. Thank you for coming. Good day.
Hey, Wrestling. Dumb question. Is there a shooting range within the Australian embassy?
Yes, I can show you exactly where it is. But take him to the pit.
What, Freddy's pit?
I don't know. There's a mock house. You could practice your target shots, like shooting, the victims through the windows and stuff. Yes, Freddy's doghouse.
Ah, the doghouse. Yes. All right. It looks like if you take a pit and then make a small house in it and then have the ceiling kind of a circular cone that extends over the edges of the pit in an illogical fashion so that you have to crawl between the roof and the pit and then kind of spill into it and go down into I don't know if your character has any gun safety stuff, but assuming there's any, you're thinking this isn't really, I mean, you may ricochet and shoot yourself, or, well, it can't be all bad, I guess.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
You want to? You want to basically sit in a small doghouse and shoot bullets into the doghouse through the doghouse and into the ground. Well, the ground's soft. The bullets should just go into there.
Sure. Why not?
You get off of. Well, do you have a pistol?
I have an assault rifle.
You didn't have it at the party, so you go into the embassy. Is it in the embassy or something?
Probably.
Okay.
If you're going to go out there and plink, just make sure you use one of the revolvers.
There's plenty of old West revolvers here.
Right.
All right, yeah.
You find one. You don't get a roll in it to get a check, but you do get off 3 or 4 shots through the doghouse, which will be fun for Freddy, before the fucking guards descend on you like a goddamn wave, and they rip off the top of the doghouse. They're like, "What's going on?" And they've got weapons and shit pointed at you, and they are freaking out.
Freddy did it.
They look around suspiciously for him, even though you're holding the pistol. Like,
Still believable.
give me a fast talk roll.
I got here as soon as he disappeared. By quarter.
Son of a bitch, they say. All right. They toss they help you out of there and then toss the roof back on so that, kind of covers the hole. Yeah, apparently shooting guns, especially at night in the embassy grounds, is frowned upon. A lot. Super much.
That's why Freddy did it.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And I'm sure he'll get in fucking trouble for it. Take a card, by the way, for Freddy did it because...
Hey, Rad, what's the deal? Did like a Sleestack, a Lego man or something like that? What the hell is that guy in there?
Oh, Keita Bala. He was part of Darius and Claire's team from MMO Land. And I don't know the story of how he got turned into that, but I know he's been that way for a long time. But he's part of their little group.
Wow, I just found out that country I'm in is going into hard lockdown tomorrow.
Oh, no shit. Does that mean you can't even be out on the street?
According to... Well, let me bring up the message. According to this, it's... everybody's told to stay home, go out only to buy some food or to go to a pharmacy. Face masks are mandatory. I own one, fortunately, because I know how they work and you need a new one every couple of hours. People are not allowed to visit parks or seaside for leisure. Everybody carries their IDs. The streets will be patrolled by police squads. Fine for no compliance is, let me find out in US dollars.
$2.
That would be fucking awesome. I'd be like, here's my non-compliance. $619.92.
That's pretty steep.
It really is. And he also, because he knows me, he says, please take it very seriously. This is not a joke. But it does look like food delivery will still work. So happy fucking days for Logan. Plus, there's like a yard outside of the hotel. So I may just, or not hotel, the apartment building. So I may just go out there and fucking do laps for like an hour and a half to get my fat ass exercise because I'm super duper fat. I'm going to drink a fucking half bottle of rum tonight. Yeah. Jay's laughing because last time I visited him, I think we put down some alcohol.
Oh, yeah, we split a bottle of rum and then some.
I'm sure you'll burn off those 2,000 calories walking for an hour.
I went, oh, dude, I've gotten bigger. But worth it. when you get to a certain age, like when you're young, Vince, you don't want to fuck yourself up. But when you're on the hard side of 50 and you're starting to wonder how long you got to stay on the planet, then it's the time to go for it. How long do I got to be here anyway? So, right, moving on. Sorry for the little interjection, but I was rather shocked. So, unless you guys are wanting to do something specific, you can go back looking at the notes or whatever. I'm not sure how much, like, depending on what you do, because I don't know. Well, no, you've got an hour and 45 minutes left, unless you want to go into overtime. But I don't know what your personal lives are like, if you've got overtime time or not. So,
Not like I can go anywhere.
that's the fucking nice part about all this, because I got plenty of overtime. I don't have wife and kids to worry about though. So if I feel like gaming till 3 hours past normal stop time, I know I can get away with it. But you guys got other shit
I give
going.
my family enough stuff to do to keep them up until about 2:33 in the morning. So
I'm
that's
still
what
here.
Jay is hesitating instead of going yes. I'm thinking he may have other things on his bandwidth.
I mean, we'll
Play it by ear, but I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there that if you wish to continue, I am amenable.
All right. Did you want to go ahead and pass the night and then go talk to your lawyer tomorrow? And do we want to buy that land up for 50 gold?
Yeah.
Just hang on to it. Preserve it.
Nobody's injured or anything, correct?
No.
You guys have a lovely night's sleep. The embassy is less crowded. However, give me a listen roll during the night, because people are talking and such, and coming and going at all hours here. It's always shit going on. But it is like a small town is in the embassy. Right. Swade, what you heard is you overheard some people talking. It's like, so you guys are getting taken off of the food detail, the feed, or they call it like feed Gothic detail. And it's like, yeah, we're going to be helping get water to here now, since, desalination plant got blown up. So apparently the 1,000 or so people that were working on feeding Gothic, because Gothic has gotten to, well, it seems to have gotten to an equilibrium for now, at least, due to the amazing efforts. They're going to work on helping out here. So, of course, for a profit, you were guessing, because, what are you going to charge them for the water? Oh, not much, but it all adds up, that kind of thing. So, yeah, you're thinking that the non-adventuring Doras that are here, they definitely got their own money-making schemes going and stuff like that. They definitely have some shit going. It's not quite as theirs is like a more direct, simple thing, whereas Rascal and Rad's like setting up fucking shell corps and stuff like that. Totally different deal.
He's playing long term.
He is totally doing. They're doing the short term. They're doing a little bit better than the PCs, who are like what I call idiot with a bag of shit for sale. They're doing a little bit better than that, but not much. If you need to know what I mean by that, I'm happy to clarify.
Oh, please do.
Pardon?
Oh, please do.
That in levels of business, the idiot with a bag of stuff for sale is the lowest level. In other words, you just show up with like miscellaneous trade goods or even specific trade goods and go, I'm selling this, and it's a one-time exchange. It's a way to make some money, and it can even make good money, but it's not like something where you've set up a business like what Rascal and Rad is doing, where he goes and buys a business and has people working for him and then gets like a cash flow set up. So, different levels of business.
Gotcha.
Most PCs and games that you get to play in the future will never advance beyond idiot with a bag of shit. It's like, I go into a dungeon, I kill everything, I take everything that's not nailed down, and I sell it. If I flood the market, I don't give a fuck. I want all the money I can get, and then I'm going to go blow it on the next shiny. That's as far as they get normally.
Cool. So one other thing that I was going to do kind of that night, like as I'm winding down, was wood carving.
You want to do that in the morning? You're pretty tired after sitting on a horse that's thrusting over and over, and you're hoping that doesn't haunt your dreams. Plus, you then had to walk a lot. You've had a big meal. I mean, you've had a
that's
pretty
fine.
active
Yeah, I mean,
night.
if it's that late, then yeah.
It's after it's well after midnight by the time you guys get back.
Okay.
Probably
Yeah,
like
we,
1 or
yeah,
2.
we would just turn in realistically.
No worries. In the morning, if you want to do some wood carving, you have at it. I gotta wake up and I can't do it unless I play my didgeridoo, and I've gotta make a new one. Aren't they made from special wood though?
Well, that was one question I was going to ask. I've got a different kind of wood, but if I found the appropriate wood around here to make a didgeridoo, I will. Otherwise, I'm going to use one of my pieces for the barber pole that I got out of my vault.
Oh, you're going to use the wood from that special tree?
Right.
Cool. And is that your wood carving roll there? I made it, but nothing special?
Right.
Got it. Okay.
Hang on.
Hmm?
Oh, I got some cards, Jay. I didn't know you were hurried up and rolling there. Yeah.
If he wants to blow hero points or reroll cards, you can do all that. But right now you'll have a functional didgeridoo and nothing special about it.
I've got an assistant reroll.
Here, trade that to me. I got a skill +5.
That's not a huge. I was gonna say it's not a huge problem because to get anything better, you need to make a skill by half. And
sure, why not? Cards.
Okay.
What kind of cards do you have, Vincent?
Nothing good.
Fucking $600
trade me this, and then you could give him an assist 10%. You got garbage?
Me?
Yeah. Do you have any kind of garbage card?
Oh yeah, I have an auto.
All right, here, give it to me, and so I'm playing the assistant reroll, and then here, Vince. A second here. It's just goofing up here. Do you want to play the assistant 10%, Vince?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. So there, you got an extra 10%, Jay, and your reroll. And yeah, there you go.
Right.
Would that be a critical with the 10%? So that puts him at 7. No, that's 70.
No, he'd need a
5% card there, Jay.
Need like a 5 or less.
Jay, did you play your skill of 5?
Oh no, yeah, I didn't put that down.
Even with that, it's not going to be crit because
5/4.
If you add 15 to 47, then that comes up to 62.
You're right. Sorry.
Damn fine didgeridoo though. Yeah, there's definitely something special about it, but what that is, you're not really sure.
I think he wants to go swimming.
Yeah, this one serves as a life preserver.
Ah.
All right, so all right, what were we about to do?
Oh, give me a didgeridoo roll if you'd like to test it out just to see if it works. I mean, yeah. No, it doesn't work. It makes a weird farting noise.
Can't be broken in.
Can't believe your play didgeridoo has not gone up in all the sessions you've been doing it.
Oh, it's gone up quite a bit.
Oh, I thought you had it at 60 to start.
Oh no, I started with it at like 30 or 40.
Oh. Okay.
So this is going to put it.
I've gotten a check in it every time I've played. This is the first game so far where I've failed every roll.
So it's going to put it in McKay, because wasn't this one of his big money makers to pay for the embassy?
Yeah, I believe he was making money off the desalination plant. So I don't know. Judging from the size of the explosion, Logan, is it proper fucked? Does it need to be rebuilt, or is it hard for us to tell?
It could definitely use some TLC, but yeah. And do you guys have like industrial engineering skills or anything like that? It seems broken. It needs to be fixed. You are not the men for this job.
Yes, I am.
Are you? You have industrial engineering or something?
I have something better. I have duct tape and baling wire.
Are you guys going back out there or something?
Hang on, I'm looking for something. I haven't looked at this in so long. I forgot what I even can do. Where am I? I'm kind of confused. I do have, let's see here. Wait, I got craft metal at professional level. I'm just trying to see what I got that might do this here. I think I have woodworking. Yeah, carpentry, woodcraft at professional level. I also have
a new car. Oh, wait.
God, my brain.
I think this one's mostly metal. So yeah, if you're not sure what it would need, you'd have to go out there during daylight. It'd be a lot easier. I mean, there are other people who are probably going to be trying to fix it too, because it is how the city gets its water. You know.
Yeah, but it's more fun to, make it challenging for them.
Oh.
Not so easy.
Oh.
I guess I'll let it go. I'm good.
I'm not saying they'll make their roles or anything. I'm just saying that they exist.
No. I'd rather leave it to some minimum wage city employee. They'll get it going. What is that skill? What was it? Oh, jury rig. That's what I was thinking of.
Jury rig is good for a nice temporary fix.
Yeah. Where is it?
It's kind of underneath jump. Middle column.
There it is. What do you think, Raslin? Should we mess with it? What's the worst that can happen? Have it blow up again?
Don't jinx it.
You still on the desalination plant?
Yeah.
Nah, let's not mess with that. But we can take care of a couple other things here, and then we can head off to the next place. All right, so we're gonna go see Mr. Koala, the attorney.
All right. Let's see.
Mr. Hedgehog.
Mr. Hedgehog. Send me something. Let's see. Mr. Hedgehog. Hornsby. You go to see the hedgehog attorney in Beastkin, who you call Mr. Koala.
Is he actually a koala, or?
No, he's a hedgehog. Rustlin' Rod, he says.
How you going, mate?
Very good. You see him flip a sign. He has a triangular desk nameplate thing, and when he stands up, he flips it, and it goes click, and it says Mr. Koala on it. It used to say something else.
Good to see you, Mr. Koala.
It's a pleasure to see one of my more perspicacious clients. Please have a seat.
I have a seat. Now,
he sits down and peers at you.
So I understand that Mr. Kangaroo was able to get his hands on some things, but he needs a different type of warehouse to put him in?
Yes. A special dry warehouse. It's a drying house, essentially, is what I understand. I'm no expert in the spice trade, but, you know.
It's a drying house. So these are spices and herbs that haven't been cured or prepared yet?
I think they need to be kept dry or more dry than they are. I'm not really sure.
Gotcha.
We have a fairly dry climate, so, but he shows you the paperwork that he has. Apparently, everybody's been really busy. The only thing that he needs is some money, and he's happy.
Then, all right.
And of course, if you don't mind paying for his, if you give him the same amount of money you gave him last time, he's your bitch for the season. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I will do so.
Okay, it's 20 gold for his fee. Unless there's anything really wild, I mean, but that covers pretty much anything you feel like, you know, with normal business stuff. I mean, if you're asking him to, like, start moving corpses and shit, then, you know, money will go up a bit. But, yeah, make a note that you've maintained his services for season 7. He is delighted, although he's like, yes, you are one of my most prestigious clients. I guess it could be a new thing. He seems distracted by something.
Yeah, I remember from before when I gave him 20 gold, it was
Yes.
quite a bit more than he would be charging. But
Oh, yes, but right now he's thinking about changing his name to meet your expectations. That's the kind of loyalty 20 gold a season ensures. You want to call him Mr. fucking Koala? By God, for 20 gold a season, he will become Mr. Koala. Do you have a preference of a first name, Mr. Rat? Or just Mr. Koala?
So the who is Koti Boti? Do you know the supply officer?
Koti Boti, he says.
Do you know that name? That's who left a note for me about from Mr. Kangaroo.
Well, he doesn't know. Logan knows, but he doesn't know. He's going to roll something because he says, I believe he is the supply officer in and of the Australian embassy. He looks rather smug. Like, yes, I've paid so much money, it's made me smarter.
Gotcha. Now, Logan, when I had gotten the warehouses here in Beeskin before, was that something I just went and found, or did I hire someone to find them for me? Because I think we kind of fast-forwarded through the specifics.
These guys can get them for you and stuff. In fact, if you want to pay the amount in the note and stuff, then it will just all get taken care of. You're paying enough money that you don't have to actually worry about things. You just give money to people and they make things happen.
There's not an amount in the note.
No?
We're talking about.
Hold on. What note number is that?
Let's see. It's the one that says Note 4 Wrestling Red.
Second for Western, notes on the table.
It says that they need a special dry building.
Let's see.
So if I need something more special than the one, because I've got the one that Freddie knows about, and then I've got a second warehouse that Freddie doesn't know about, which I had my stuff moved to, and only like the koala and the kangaroo guy would know.
Oh, do you actually have any stuff in that one right now?
Yes.
Let's see.
Because he was instructed to put the spices there. The borax is there.
Oh, the borax
other
is that? Yeah.
things.
Yeah, I'd run down their warehouse. Just pay what you did before for the other one, and that'd be plenty. And then you'll have a new warehouse that Freddie does not know about. Just to fast forward through it so that we can get you into something more fascinating than a land grab.
So okay, so this is warehouse number 3.
Nice. It'll be full of
Special
spices.
dry warehouse.
Yep. Parentheses spices.
Okay, that's 5 gold a season for the other one. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. Warehouse land is not expensive. Yeah, truth be told, you could get Mr. Qual for 1/4 of the price, but for 20 gold, any man willing to change his name. He also asks if you have a preferred any style of him dressing. If you'd like him to rename his wife and children, he's happy to do so. Hey, don't laugh, Vince. Ralph is happy to rename your ass if I need it. So.
His real name's not even Vince.
No, it's test subject number 32.
Nice. I can dig it.
I know, I used to live in the boiler room.
How much gold do you have left, Wrestling?
For which zone?
Here.
At least 80.
You're doing all right.
80, and then I think I've got some in another bank. And then there's most of it's in gold or a big gold bar. But Beastkin gold, I've got 80.
And the important thing is, Freddie doesn't know where it is.
And then I've got 12 on my person still, so 92.
Great.
That was after the 20 I gave to him to handle stuff. Okay, so I'll go, deal with the kangaroo, make sure he moves that stuff over to the dry warehouse.
Actually, your attorney can handle all that. Basically, he can have you sign papers ordering all that shit to happen, and then boom, he will be honored to take care of it.
Okay.
And he says, Mr. Koala is here to serve.
Okay. And let's see. And there it is in that warehouse. I actually have 3. I have our 1800s clothing suits that were tailored for us last time.
Excellent.
So you said the ones we were wearing are like tight fitting, like they don't fit us well.
Well, anything that's high fashion is always tight and uncomfortable. Why? I don't fucking know. It's just how they do it. Plus, you guys, if you think about it, all of the doors are like, especially the PCs, are in remarkably good shape because you're constantly running, fighting, stressed, and immortal, it seems. So, yeah. And not a lot of them with a fucking tire around the middle, no.
Okay, then. So what we can do next, so we're in Beastkin.
Something tells me, Rad, I'd really like to check out that desalinization plant.
All right.
If
something's gnawing at you, let's go check it out.
No worries.
I could lend a hand.
Mr. Koala says, I'll get you a couple of carriages to take you. I'll get you a carriage to take you there right away. He goes and yells at his secretary, who goes and gets the carriage. He comes back in and he personally serves you guys tea while you wait for the transport to arrive. You sip the tea, you do the small talk, the carriage arrives. It's drawn by more of those fucking lizard horses. These look a lot less
while we're
fierce.
waiting, then I want to take that opportunity. Sway, did we want to try to get a note out to old Hornsby?
Yeah, we can.
Because we had the letter of
notes. I didn't see the map in the notes though, but I still think you should go ahead and invest in that land.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for reminding me. Mr. Koala, that land that Hornsby had identified, let's go ahead and move forward on that. I'll get the money from the bank for you.
Okay. Let's see. Which note is
Take care of that while we're waiting.
that? Hornsby's note. Is this it?
It's Red and Suede, I think.
Is it the one that starts Overlord's Greetings, or... Sorry,
No,
Hornsby's written a few different notes. It's not Frontier Framers.
Hold on here.
Let's see.
I think it's number 3.
Number 3. There you go.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mr. Kangaroo. Right. Here, Mr. Kangaroo goes about. Okay. Yeah. No problem. Your attorney will contact Mr. Kangaroo and take care of that one. Pretty much all you have to do is stop by the bank. In fact, he will come. You guys will all take the carriage to the bank, which is not that far, but then the attorney will come with you, and then he'll go in with you, and then basically he will fucking spend his time making that all happen. So you can make a note that that happens.
Make a note that
you are going to acquire the land, and make a note. It's I don't know acreage or anything like that, but just make a note that it is even on a riding lawnmower, it would be like a couple of days to mow it. Okay, it's a lot of land, but I don't know acreage and shit. Write down. Oh, I got it. Write down. You got a ranch-sized piece of property. Okay, like large ranch, like I raise horses and they run around here. That kind of shit.
About that, so
not that any of you guys want fucking horses or anything, but it's big.
Cool.
Large ranch.
Else? Oh yeah, you want to check out the desalination thing?
Yes.
No problem. You guys
head over there. I need to step away for just a minute.
All right, I'll just deal with Ralph while you're stepped, yeah? Okay, Ralph, you go down there, and there are... What?
Oh, go ahead. Yes, I was acknowledging you. Go ahead.
There are people who are, like, working on it and stuff like that. If you wanted to pitch in, I don't know if you're looking for additional clues or anything, or if you just want to make sure it gets fixed.
Not really clues, but, here's some related things that I want to just lend my eye to, if you will, to see.
Yeah.
I've got, like... I've got architecture, woodworking, metalworking, and jury rig all at pretty high.
Sure.
Professional on most of them.
I'll tell you what, give me a roll on each of those. And basically you're going to be pitching in, being that you've got those that do it as a living or better.
For some of them, yes. Architecture's almost there. Let's see. No.
Yeah.
Woodworking.
Erect scaffolding, says Sway.
And metalworking is down here.
Vince, what are you doing while he's spending a few hours working there?
I guess I'm just still sketching. I'm just sketching the...
Sure. Give me a sketch roll as you sketch the scene of everybody working and whatnot. Neva Cooper is here. She comes over and looks at your sketch. And she goes, and moves. She's like, do you have a comment on the desalination plant destruction, sir? Oh, you're that one. And she moves on. Right. Ralph, you think you've gotten them off to a good start. It will take them probably a week or two to get it all back in. But I'm going to go ahead and do the roll now. Due to your 3 things, I'm going to give them 3 supporters, so that's plus 15 on their roll.
Okay.
And yeah, it's gonna be okay. It's you're glad that people are going to be like from the embassy selling water. I mean, not expensive at all, obviously. But yeah, the unless anything else bad happens to it, it should be just fine.
It's fine. I just wanted to put like a little player fingerprint on it just to make sure, you know what I mean? That it's going.
Definitely. It's good. Okay. Suddenly, Wrestling Rad regains consciousness. He's sitting in the wagon going, "What's this?" Right. Jay, can you hear me okay? Right. Neva Cooper's there. She goes, "Hi, do you have a comment on the desalination plant destruction?"
It was destroyed